Hello again. Hey, we're still playing with SketchUp. We're going to show you some basics with some more stuff with the push-pull tool, how to basically make something useful. I'm going to do my very best to make one of our first projects, and it's very small. It's a wheel. But if you can see how to do it, you can see how to do everything. Now, first off, I believe this is called Helen. We're just going to get rid of Helen for right now because otherwise she will dominate the view. Okay, I'm going to zoom right down here in the corner. You're going to understand why very shortly. Oops, zoomed wrong. There we go. All right, here we go. So this is going to be a very, very small part. So bear with me for a moment. So I'm going to start out with a line that goes from right here. That's on my red axis. It goes a whole 5 1/4 inches across. So I'm literally just point in the right direction, take my hand off the mouse, make sure it stays on that red axis, type in 5.25 and hit my enter key. Then I'm going to turn it so it goes straight on that green line. So I'm going to rotate this and see what I'm doing. Okay, green line, 3.25. Back this way on the red axis, I can shift and lock it to get to there now and then bring it back to here. Now, here's the weird part. I got to put some circles on this corner. So I'm going to start with some basics. I am literally going to snap here, come over this way, a 1/2 inch. Now I've got an endpoint right there. See, you can't see the line, but it's there. And I'm going to take it back this way, a 1/2 inch, 0.5. From that point, I have to put in a circle right here. That to tangent to that. Now, we're going to repeat that process a couple of times. So bear with me for just a moment while I repeat it. All right, now that I've repeated that, I'm going to do some removals. So see if I click on that line, notice how it highlights it, but it stops where it goes to these tangent points. I'm going to remove that part. In fact, I'm actually going to remove this part over here as well. And I'm going to remove this little guy. I'm going to do that same thing on each of these 4 corners. Oops, wrong one, Control Z. I literally removed a surface. Pardon me, talking too much today. So remove those. If I remove a line that defines the surface, it removes the surface. But you can also just flat out remove the surface. Okay. Now, so there's my first part right here. So I'm literally going to take this thing and I'm going to do one more thing to it. I'm going to go back to this. I should have stayed there. Actually, Control Z. Okay. I should have stayed right here for just a second and done this. Okay. Control Z. There's I want. I do some math in my head real quick. I just had a complete. I've got holes in this I got to take into account. Now I could add them later, but I can add them now. So I literally undid what I had done. So I could come back here and put those holes in, like literally that. Okay. So I'm literally going to remove pieces. Before I begin. And what I did here is I just did a crossing option. Okay, that's what they call it in AutoCAD. I don't know what they call it here, but just do that. Now I can use the push-pull tool. Literally grab this guy, drag him up. I'm going to move him 0.625 vertically. That's how thick he is. There's my plate. Now, on this plate, I can do a couple of things here. I'm going to start right here in the middle of this guy, come over this way, 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to draw a line that comes down to here. And then I'm going to draw that same line going out to there. Okay, and then I'm going to remove this construction line I just put in. I'm going to do the same thing from the other side. Line and here 1.5. I can draw him up this way. I can draw him back down this way. Get him on that green axis. Make sure you watch those axis colors. Okay. Now, one thing I left out that I probably should have done right here is this. I could actually have gone, because this is a 1/2 inch right here to that corner. I could have gone 1 inch from that and I'd get the same results. But now I'm going to use the push-pull tool to push this back down. whole 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so there's that portion, right? So now I just got to flip this over, so I'm just going to rotate him up, come here to the middle. Actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to go from right there over 1.25, and it should be right there. Take him straight across that green axis, lock on my green, gets right to that edge. Do the same thing over here. Come from this, 1 1/4, and that end point right there, lock on that green axis, take him out to even with that guy, and then I can literally do my push-pull here, push that up, 0.125. So I've now made my plate. It's literally very, very small, okay? Here's the next trick I gotta do with it. I'm gonna group it. Highlight the whole thing. Now, see, I got a black line right there. I missed something, so I'm gonna back and do it again. Let's try that. There, I guaranteed got it that time, but yeah, because it's disappearing, it's giving me a black edge. Okay, right click here. I'm gonna make this a group, okay? That does a few things, but basically what it does is when I want to move this now, if I use it to make an assembly or something, I can move it and I don't have to worry about it stretching a line. If it wasn't grouped, I could literally grab a corner and I end up stretching a piece of it, okay? Now, because this is SketchUp and it's not real parametric design, I'm going to have to draw every part in one drawing. So I'm going to save this as the wheel, and then as I do things, like our next one is actually the follow me tool, which is how we make the wheel itself, and the bushing and things like that. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but it's going to be in the same drawing. We're just going to come back to it over and over again. Okay. Hey, thanks, and we'll see you in a few minutes.